All right, welcome back. Let's see. So we're going to get started on the third week, which is going to focus on the planning phase of the software development lifecycle. Although we have been introducing these concepts every week in the agile development process, really you apply all these three phases, 3 or 4 or 5 phases, every single iteration, right? Even though we are kind of going introducing it as if this were waterfall, where every week we perhaps do one of these phases. Really, they occur repeatedly multiple times every single sprint. So just like we did the requirements last week, and this week we're going to do introducing planning, we're going to be using the agile process so that we're going to do requirements and planning every single week. We're just going to repeat that over and over. It's just that we are introducing these concepts every week, right? And then expecting you to, to start using these concepts going forward as we get all the teams up and running. Okay. So today we'll focus on planning. We'll look at what happens in planning and folks starting a new sprint, looking at the backlog of tasks that we're going to be working on, creating new tasks, considering changes in the requirements, perhaps changing some, looking at what the priorities of what is in the current backlog, choosing what are we going to be doing this next sprint or week. Right? We're also going to be introducing later on Friday, we'll introduce the tool that we're going to be using for keeping track of the progress of all these tasks that we're going to be deciding to work on that particular week. We're going to be using Jira. It's basically a glorified to-do list. That's a very useful tool for managing projects, right, and seeing at a very high level, how is the project doing, what's the burn rate of tasks that we decided that we were going to work on, how much did we actually do, and you can see it at different levels of granularity, as a project and as a whole, or down to the team. How is a team doing for a particular set of use cases, or down to the individual. Right, so we'll introduce Jira a little later. Today we'll introduce the third assignment, which again focuses on planning, and it'll be the first assignment that we'll ask you to collaborate as a team and organization. Yes.
So for the second assignment, I know there was an unresolved issue on Piazza regarding, you said we didn't have to do section 7 and how that regarded to the horizontal prototype.
Right, yes.
So could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so you need to do the, what I meant is that in there it describes all the different fields, all the different screens and whatnot. So it was a confusion on my part. I mean, you need the prototype to show and create either just pictures that you can include in there, but I didn't want you to go into the details of describing all the fields and everything. So yes, draw up a couple of things on paper, take some pictures of what the screens might be, and just include those pictures in the document. But don't go into the details of describing the fields and some of the details that are asked in there. Okay? Yeah, sorry about that confusion. All right, so let's introduce the third assignment.